My artwork for The Walking Dead, Part 1. Well, hello, my brothers and sisters of the Dead Nerd Nation. I, as always, am Jim, here to bring you another video on some of my artwork. This first picture, though, is from the Chicago Comic-Con that we took place a couple months ago here in Chicago, and is a picture of myself, my beautiful wife, and one of my lovely sons, my 6-year-old Logan. We were able to, fortunate enough to meet Norman Reedus, who plays Daryl Dixon, and Jon Bernthal, who played Shane Walsh on The Walking Dead. I also was able to give them both these portraits that I had drawn for them, and just the nicest guys in the world. So without further ado, we'll get into it here. And this was a pencil drawing that I originally did a sketch of Norman Reedus, of Daryl, and used a lot of cross-hatching techniques, is the technical term for it. And I wasn't too happy with it at first, but you should have seen Norman Reedus' face light up when I gave it to him. So very cool guy, and it was very cool to be able to meet him and be able to give him a portrait that I drew of him. So this next one is of Andrew Lincoln, and it was really just kind of more of a portrait style that I was trying to do from one of the classic pictures that you see of him with the gun to his head with his big peacemaker. This was the portrait that I actually gave to Jon Bernthal, who played Shane Walsh, of course, on The Walking Dead. And again, just a very nice guy, real down-to-earth, really face just lit up when I gave it to him, kind of said, "Hey, thanks, brother," and, gave me a hug and handshake, and again, just real cool guys. So both of them very down-to-earth. This is a picture of Chandler Riggs, who plays Carl Grimes on, of course, The Walking Dead, and this was really done to be more of a photorealistic portrait of him. So I used pencils and then wound up painstakingly inking over those pencils and then trying to go back and pencil in some gray tones and some shadow. So very cool stuff. Over here we have more of a comic book style drawing that was made of Michonne and her two pets. She's a real badass type of character in the comic and in the show, but really just kind of wanted to capture that grittiness that you can find sometimes in the comic book style of art. So that's what I went for with that one. This one is actually a picture of Lauren Cohen. She is the actress who plays Maggie Green, Herschel's daughter, and Glenn's love interest, and very beautiful actress. And I went for, again, just like with the Chandler Riggs photo, went for a photorealistic picture, painstakingly doing pencils and then inks over that. This was a picture that was done as more of a sketch of Lori Grimes. It was kind of just meant to be more of I used some actual art markers over some pen, and it was meant to be in more of a comic book cartoony style, not as much realism, but was certainly trying to capture the fear in her face, as this takes place from a scene from Season 2, Episode 1. And last but not least, we have the most recent portrait or picture that I drew, which was kind of an overexposure picture, you would call it, as it looks like the light is, drowning out Rick's face, or half of it. And it is, of course, of Rick Grimes before he got the burly beard and before he gave, Carl his hat, his trademark hat. So, and then as a little bit of a bonus before we say goodbye, here is my beautiful and sexy wife, again hanging out with Norman Reedus and Jon Bernthal. They found out it was her birthday and wanted to take a picture specifically with her. So, hope you enjoyed it, brothers and sisters, and as always, thank you for watching. We'll look forward to catching you in the next one.